My name is Alexander Leviathan. Welcome to the Den, and thank you for being a part of the pack. Welcome back to the second episode of the podcast. I said that. I did. No Meerkat today. She's away doing whatever Meerkats do. But it's okay. We got a special guest in the building today, all the way from Wakanda. My boy, Super O Mantis. What's going on, boy?
Nothing. Just chilling.
What's popping, bro?
Ready for this talk?
Wakanda forever, man. Yeah, all that.
All right.
I do it because he's African. Anyways, on today's show, we're going to talk about heroes. We're going to talk about villains. We're going to talk about saving the day. And we're going to talk about ruining it. Me and Super O go back way in the past when we met at school. We've always had this interest together to talk about heroes and villains, super, non-super, Japanese, and American. So we're going to do a couple of lists today. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to get to it now. All right. Let's start with the first hero on our anime list. Let's go Goku. How you feel about that, Super O?
Goku as number one of the hero?
Nah, we're not going to number it right now. We could do that in a future podcast, but right now I'm just going to throw out a couple names and see how you feel about that. So I'm going to go Goku because it's an obvious pick.
Okay, yeah. Everybody like Goku.
Right.
He's strong.
What's your best iteration of Goku? What do you think? What's his best form to you?
The best one, I'm going to say Ultra Instinct.
Say it again.
I'm going to say Ultra Instinct.
Ultra Instinct?
I think that's the most dominant form he got.
Pure or flawed?
Perfected.
Okay.
He perfected it. When he could do it in base form.
Okay. My favorite form, though, when we first saw Super Saiyan 3, I was bugged out about it. So, I was like, woo! But I also like Super Saiyan 4 Goku, though. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, aesthetically pleasing. The black hair with the red fur. That was fire. I love that.
Yeah, and it was different.
Exactly. It wasn't gold. It wasn't blonde anymore. It was just straight fire. It was beautiful. I loved it. All right, let's go to Naruto. What you got on him? What you got on Naruto?
I say another good anime.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he's crazy strong in his own little world too, though. So I like he should be up there too. Yeah, but he's strong though.
Okay. So you don't think Sasuke should be up there instead?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, he just don't give up. Yeah, that's like the main thing of the whole show.
I'm gonna drop you. Okay, so we gonna move over to Ichigo. Let's go Ichigo. How you feel about that?
So he's like another main character. Yeah. My favorite form out of him though, I'm gonna say his hollow form. I think that I like that form the best, just because he went crazy and that was the first time I seen it. I think that was like the first major form he had.
Aside from Imperfect, where he just had the mask, and then he had, when he first
I'm talking about like just full hollow. Yeah. Talking about full hollow.
Yeah, it's full hollow. His full bringer form was kind of trash to me. I ain't like it. His last get some potential form was okay, but full hollow was so destructive that it could obliterate hell if he wanted to. So come on, man.
And I don't think they still even know the full power of that form.
All right, let's go to villains then. Let's go to villains and let's chop it up about that. So I got Madara. Of course, Madara is going to be on our list. The most powerful anime villain pretty much in history.
Right.
We could... Aiz is on this list too. We're going to talk about him in a second. But Madara making 2 meteors rain down. 2. They was able to stop one. It was like...
He was just vicious. The way his whole personality was just perfect for that role.
It was just
vicious.
It was beautiful to see. It really was. Just 2 meteors. You stop one and then you got another one right behind you. What you gonna do now? Nothing.
They tried though. They was defending themselves quite well.
Yeah, they tried and failed. So
they tried though.
Let's go to I got Frieza next. Let's talk about Frieza.
Why you like Frieza so much?
I love that he's the antithesis of hatred. Golden Frieza was fire. He's a big fan favorite, obviously. That's the whole reason that he stayed around as long as he did.
Because he was fan favorite.
Yeah, so it was definitely one of those things, though. It was beautiful. I love Frieza to death. I love Cell too, so I'm not just like, oh, I'm a Frieza head, I'm a Cell head. No, I like that too. His stages were so unique too. I like that. His first stage, boom. His second stage, big and brawny. His third stage was more agile and creepy, if you will, because he had the long head, and then his perfect form, you know, his final form, and then his golden form after he trained. I mean, there was no flaw in that. I loved all of it.
You think he's gonna get another form?
Who thought he would get a golden form? So probably.
But if he get another form, what do you think it's gonna be?
I don't know, because we went into Goku got Ultra Instinct. It's not like Frieza had all these forms. If you line up with it, it's obviously, you know, you go, he had 4 up until Golden. Goku had 3. 4 isn't canon technically, or whatever you want to say, but he's not going anywhere. Obviously, he's still in his own purgatory because of all the people and all the atrocity he did. So he's gonna come back. There's no way that he's just gonna, you know, just fade. I hope they bring Cell back in a big way though, because Cell definitely deserves some love.
I understand, but I don't think he is coming back.
It's more hope than it is. Actuality. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Aizen. Talk Aizen.
Well, he was sneaky since day one. Yeah, everybody full since day one.
His power was
just like, one more time.
His power was just
He was overpowered, basically.
It was.
But no, I understand about Aizen though. Like the whole time, so you know about his Shikai, right?
Right. Complete hypnosis.
It's like what? It alters their reality.
Right. Just touch.
So
all your senses.
Whoever see his Shikai, basically they're under Genjutsu.
Right. So the only person who didn't see it up until that point during the whole arc where he was trying to, you know, pretty much destroy everybody was Ichigo. So he was just overpowered, like you said, just crazy.
But he was smart.
He was smart. He was a full package. Obviously, his only downfall was arrogance and pride. That's always the only downfall. I'm a perfect, you know, he was a god. He was this, he was that. Ichigo just struck him down. It was easy. Then he was sealed, and then boom. All right, let's move on to Marvel. Let's do Marvel and DC. I'm going to do Marvel and DC separately. Let's do some Marvel heroes first. I'm going to start off with Storm. Yes.
She's strong. She got control of all the elements.
Yes.
The weather.
Yes. Storm is an Omega level mutant. She's one of the most powerful characters in canon. People always talk about how, you know, they go to Captain America and Iron Man. She is solo all these boys. Like they're nothing. Right. She is solo all these boys. Seriously. I saw this one comic where Iron Man was trapped in his suit and he couldn't get out and he died after 5 days. You telling me she can't disrupt the tech inside of his suit and make him immobile?
Well, he's probably going to absorb that. There's probably a way he could, or she could.
I think that he's like the, you know, he's Batman pretty much. You know, Batman and him are very similar. He needs prep time. If she just started to go crazy today and he just used a regular suit on her, I bet that she'd destroy him. I'm sure that it doesn't have infinite energy storages either, so I'm sure with a couple lightning bursts she'd be able to just shut it down. I think it'd be easy.
And you're saying on the regular?
Yeah, just a regular suit. If he has no prep time, I think she solos him easily. I mean, Thor's whole thing is he controls thunder too, and I mean she controls thunder too. So he has a hammer. He has
a lot more than this. So.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So I'm like, she definitely has all the elemental power over that. And then you and I were talking about could she solo the Avatar? Where you disagree with every iteration of the Avatar being just too powerful, no matter if they're young or not. And I just disagree with that.
Right. Like once they go on the Avatar stage, I think it's a whole different type of move they're gonna be doing now. So it's like they're gonna be a close fight. But I'm just saying, it's not gonna be. She's gonna break the necks real quick or something like that.
Now I told you before though, it's like age matters. Like I told you before, if you don't got the experience, if you don't have the willingness to actually kill the person in front of you who's trying to kill you, that matters. And Aang never had that kill. Aang never had that kill bone, and that's not a real thing. I don't give a damn. I'm saying it anyway. He never had that killer mentality, and I think Storm could have. I know Black Panther has that killing mentality, and she and him obviously were married or still married at some point. I'm not sure what timeline that was. I forgot. But at one point, you tell me that adult Storm can't kill 111-year-old Aang?
I didn't say she couldn't kill, but it wasn't gonna be no easy fight after that.
I just say she was solo him.
It can either go both ways. That's how I say it.
Because they both control the elements.
But she ain't gonna win, like it was easy or something.
I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I'm not saying it'll be as hard as him as an adult. As an adult, Aang will give her a real fight. I don't think it'll be the same thing.
It's gonna be hard for just 12-year-old Aang.
That's what I'm saying.
The adult Aang is gonna just wipe the floor with her.
No, I wouldn't say that either. The Avatar state is definitely crazy, but I mean they both are elemental fighters, so it's not like one has the advantage over the other one. Yes, Aang can control air, Storm can control air. She can control water just like he. I'm not sure I've seen an iteration of her to control land or fire. You're right about that. But I told you she can control the things that, like with fire, use a vacuum to free the entire area of oxygen, which means a fire can't burn. And I'm sure she can use water to shield herself or merge with the ground that he's using to create mud, and she can control that. So it'll be pretty even, if you will. So I don't see him just soloing her just all good. Nah, I don't think so. I think it would be an equal fight, if not. Yeah, I would say equal fight.
It could be a close to equal fight, but I don't think she's gonna be winning that. But continue. Yeah,
that's fine. Let's go Captain. I said Captain America too. Let's go Captain America.
So why you want to choose Captain America?
He's one of my favorite heroes all time, no doubt about it. I mean, a man can do more with his shield than most people can do with primary weapons. I mean, it's ridiculous. Super Soldier Serum, his intensity, his training, his experience.
So he's smart too.
He definitely is smart too. And a lot of people don't like the timeline where he was, a whole undercover agent for Hydra, and I love that. I love to see the number one person you would never suspect to be a Hydra agent leads the whole damn faction. I loved it. People hated it, but I loved it. So then I got one of your favorite heroes of all time next. I got Hulk.
How you been? How you pick Hulk?
I picked Hulk for
what form of Hulk?
I picked World Breaker Hulk. That was World Breaker Hulk. Easily just toppled all these heroes like they were nothing. He handled Juggernaut in a real smart way too, which had me laughing. When he was World Breaker Hulk and he went to the Xavier mansion to confront him about sending him into space, which the Illuminati did, he was just destroying. He was taking down all the heroes, and then Juggernaut comes, and obviously Juggernaut, once he starts moving, it's impossible to stop him. So you know what the Hulk did?
Yeah.
He moved to the side, shoved him, and he used his momentum against him. He was gone. He wasn't going to be able to come back for hours, probably, maybe even days. So he didn't even have to use any brute force. I mean, they fought at first, and then the Hulk was like, you know what? I got something for you, bruh. And just sent them. That was great. I loved it. The only thing that could stop World Breaker Hulk was Sentry. Because he was...
I can imagine. I think Sentry, isn't he like the number one of all Marvel?
Kind of. The Void.
He got another form, which I forgot. But I think that's
the Void.
That's like the strongest form.
The Void is like this malevolent, demonic, devil-type Cthulhu creature who is just massively overpowered. But Sentry by himself is ridiculous. Sentry by himself is ridiculous. He was able to fight World Breaker Hulk to a standstill.
I'd say Sentry in his regular form is still monster.
Exactly. That was real crazy. So I love that iteration of Hulk, and people love Hulk to begin with. So I'm like, okay, cool. Villains. Let's go villains now for DC. Let's go villains for Marvel. Dr. Doom, of course, number one. Yeah, I would say he's number one all time. No argument.
He did do a lot in his own little world too, though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Latveria, his own country.
He's like one of the smartest though.
He's one of the smartest. He's one of the smartest in the entire company. In Marvel canon history, he's one of the smartest people to ever exist. He's a sorcerer. The dude is a forger. There's nothing Dr. Doom can't do.
And he been damaging everything.
Yeah. Let's go Thanos next. I want to go Thanos. Not just the movie iteration of Thanos, but you put it perfectly yesterday. Thanos is a warlord. He's a monster. He's a tyrant. He's a dictator. All of that. All wrapped into one. I love it. Thanos himself, he's a semi-god character. He is ruthless. There's nothing he can't do, just kind of like Doctor Doom, except beat Doctor Doom. I mean, you know, Emperor God King Doom, that boy he snatched his spine out of he snatched his spine and his skull right out of his body and atomized everything else. It was like, oh yeah, okay. That's light work, boy. But Thanos himself, he's amazing.
I think he'd be like the number one, I guess, all-time villain.
He's a nice second. I'll say he's a nice second.
Okay.
And then I got Juggernaut is the last one. Juggernaut, not a lot of people would see Juggernaut as this all-time super villain, but I mean, he literally is unstoppable. Literally unstoppable.
Yeah, I understand that. He don't get a lot of screen time either, though.
No, it's true, but I mean, it is what it is. He's not super popular, but I mean, the man is unstoppable. He can't, literally and figuratively, the X-Men have had to gang up, pile up on him at all times to stop him. The man, his momentum is ridiculous. Unheard of, out of this world. Beautiful.
Basically, he's just indestructible.
Yes, exactly. Let's go to DC to wrap it up. Let's go DC. My number one is Batman, of course. Who else would it be?
I agree with you with Batman.
Who else would it be? Come on now. Who else?
I agree with you with Batman.
We just go the Trinity. I'm just gonna say the Trinity: Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. The Trinity.
Alright, so we got Batman. He's like Mr. Prep. He can prep for them or anything.
For anything, at all times.
We got Superman. The way they've written him in the past and stuff, he's just supposed to be unstoppable.
If anybody got a problem, at me.
That's default. And we got Wonder Woman.
Underrated. Underrated as hell. Underrated
Yeah.
as hell. Unbelievably underrated.
I don't think she's underrated. Really.
She underrated.
I guess people don't really know what they can do or something like that.
Wonder Woman, she's in that S class, but people don't treat her like she's S class. People treat her like, if she removes her bracelets, she can go toe to toe with damn near anybody, with gods, maybe even galactic beings. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just saying maybe.
But she can. There's no doubt about it. She can.
For straight up though.
I just don't know if people, actually do their research about it.
Nobody does. That's the point. Is people just take third party and just run with it. Oh, I can tell you this. I'll tell you this, and they don't know half of the stuff they talking about, so they just run with it. But it's all good. I know what Wonder Woman is worth. She's amazing.
So yeah, I agree with you for that top three. Right there.
All right, and to close it out, let's do DC villains. Number one is Darkseid.
Okay.
So what you got? Darkseid or no?
I say to me, yeah, I'll say Darkseid. To me, he's like the famous for Doomsday type of thing.
Okay.
DC, but yeah.
And then we got Doomsday.
Yeah, of course, he should be up there.
He should definitely be up there.
Just because basically, I'm gonna say he's immortal, even though he can't die, but he always come back.
Right, he dies and then comes back and then resurrects.
You can't kill him the same way
twice.
Like you killed him before.
Exactly. So you can kill him, but he's just gonna come right back, looking for them hands again.
Yeah.
So, okay, I want to put Doomsday over Darkseid, but I understand. I get it. Darkseid is just like we said. There's no reason.
Eventually, he would get to like number one.
Maybe
after he dies, a certain amount of time.
It just depends.
But until then, he's gonna be where he's at.
The Darkseid is that he's that boy. All right,
he got that potential.
Let's go Batman Who Laughs, with the sick, twisted mentality of the Joker, with the training, physicality, prep, and genius of Bruce Wayne.
Right.
So that's just a lethal combo right there. It's just lethal. I don't like how they turned him into like a galactic type of sentient god-like being in the comic. I don't like how it became that in the comic books. I think at just street level, straight up, Joker and Batman fuse was unmatched.
Why you didn't like that?
I didn't like this because what was the point, right? I don't like that they try to make him like the ultimate big bad of all time. But I mean,
that's just in the ultimate universe for you.
But
he deserves to be up there.
But if Batman and Superman can't fight him, why make him a god?
Just so he can say he done it.
I'm good on
That's
that.
all that matters.
I'm good on that. Just have him.
That's all that matters.
Just go have him recluse until next time somebody needs to get their ass whooped. That's my philosophy. That's
why he's here.
So that's just what it is. You got anything you want to go over or talk about further about anybody?
No, not really. You explained everything, and I said what I had to say.
You think we knocked it out pretty much?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was a pretty good list, going straight from anime. You think it's anybody we forgot or like honorable mentions? I wanted to talk about Power Rangers too, because Power Rangers obviously got the strength, they got the weapons, they got the will, and people sleep on them just because it's like, oh, it's kid stuff. It's like, come on now, like I'm 28, I'm good on that. I will spend my money.
Don't some people say anime is kid stuff?
I don't care. I will spend my money on whatever I want to, and I will watch whatever I want to. Just because the public says this about this does not mean I give a damn. So I still like Power Rangers. I think that Tommy Oliver should have been on the list somewhere, but we were going company wise, so Zach Rolls or whatever the case is. You think anybody we missed out on there? It should have been up there. I should have put Aquaman there too. I'm gonna say Aquaman.
He's underrated. That's what that is. Aquaman.
Aquaman is they had that stigma of Super Friends where he was being bodied by ocean life, even though he can dominate ocean life minds. Every creature in the ocean he has dominion over, including the Kraken. So
and he don't necessarily bend him to his will. He just I can't say that. It's like a little influence though.
Nah.
They don't do it against their will, if that makes sense.
No, he dominates them. He's the king. He tells them what the hell to do, and they do it. It's not like
do it in a nice way, so they think they have a choice.
Yeah, okay. That works. That's so cool. Yeah. The kidnapper let you pick what type of sandwich you was gonna eat for lunch to show you're not real kidnapped. Please.
You never know. They will do that.
Shut up.
I bet you so do that.
Shut up, okay? I will choke you the next time I see you.
I'm just saying.
Anywho.
Okay.
So I think we worded that pretty well. Not bad for episode 2. Zoo calling all the way from Wakanda. How is it? Is the sun shining over there?
It's called Tennessee, but yeah, it's shining down here.
I could have swore you told me it was Wakanda before we went on air, so it is what it is, Super O. Like, I know y'all grieving the loss of T'Challa. I'm still grieving the loss of T'Challa. That's my king right there. But I mean, you don't have to move on. Shuri probably gonna become the new Black Panther. So I mean, it follows the comics, which is why I like that. So we'll see. So you tell me who y'all new king or queen is. Just let me know. You can do it off air. It'll be cool.
I'll try to keep the commercial.
There you go. Just keep tabs on that for your boy. And I think we reached the end of this show. I think that's all we have for today. This is the I Said That podcast. I'm the Wolf Alexander Leviathan. He was Super Old Mantis from Wakanda. And we want to bid you a farewell. Peace.